Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Oh, we are here. It's Monday. Monday. How art you, Jason?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's Monday, and then you wake up and you're like, it's another week.
It's
What
another
does that
week.
mean in the midst of I don't know what week we're on. We've lost count
We've
since
simply
we
lost
started.
count. Hello to everyone in the chat. Shayla, Shauna, we've got, I always want to know, I always forget the Kyo show or the Kyo. Who is that? Let us know your name. I always forget. I'm sorry. Love the top, Stacey. Thank you so much for the support. This is like my go-to, like, need to feel good top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you've worn that one before.
I wear it
On
many
the-
times. I've worn it many a time. Thank you. I'll take the compliments every time. Can I give? I would be remiss. I was just talking to this wonderful woman on the phone. Crystal. We've got Crystal. There's the name. Hello, Sarah. I want to give a huge shout out to my lovely and wonderful friend of all of the times, Audrey, who is celebrating her first official day of summer because she's done teaching. So
Yeah,
happy summer, Audrey. You deserve it. Elizabeth, hello.
you did it.
Jason, I mean, I need to tell you what I did this weekend, and I will, and you can tell me what you did first, but so much happened this weekend, and I don't know if you're going to be like proud of me.
Before we got on
or
the pod,
upset.
you were like, "I'm going to tell you what I did this weekend," but then you're like, "We got to do it on the pod." So I'm like in anticipation
It just
because
said
mine is.
it sounded like you said I'm licking in anticipation.
I'm licking in anticipation. I'm just like, I don't know what I was going to go with that.
Please
Lollipops,
don't.
salt
Yeah.
lick. I don't know.
Yeah. Claire says, I've only ever listened to the podcast, and now that I'm watching the lives, let me just say, what a treat, what a dream, says Claire.
Well, let's have some fun today. Let's make Monday fun day. Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Claire, that was the boost of vitamin C I needed. Let's do this.
Let's do this. I want to tell you about my weekend, which, okay, let me just say, I'm spiraling. Okay, I said this. My friend Danielle.
Well, I knew this.
My friend Danielle asked me if I was spiraling, and I said, "Of course, I'm spiraling." What preceded this weekend was me losing my absolute mind. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
I started looking at houses in the country.
Hey, man. You said like before you get into your weekend, you wanted to ask me about my weekend, and I kind of like skipped over that.
Yeah.
I will tell you that conversation came up in our house this weekend.
To move back to Canada, move to the country?
We didn't say move back to Canada, although that conversation is happening daily. So there's always that too.
I like that it's called the conversation.
The conversation. Can we do it or can we not do it?
Yeah. So can I tell you about it?
Well, are you going to tell me about your dream house outside of the city, or are you going to tell me about your weekend? Because I'm down for both, so I don't know why I'm asking.
So much happened this weekend. Okay, first let's just start. I'm all over the place. I would like to start with something that was maybe the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me, and I think it's an omen for bad things to come.
This is coming from somebody who has woken up to her spirit person standing at the end of her bed.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. I wake up to burger. It's like 7 a.m. So to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, the witching hour, so early. And he is crying like classic burger, like a lot of that, and barking. And he's barking at the cupboard under my sink. Now,
so that's where the ghost is. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. But it is a reflective. I like all of the drawers in my kitchen are like stainless steel. So I sometimes think he's barking at his reflection. So I wake up and I'm like, freaking burger. I'm like, what? And I get up. He's barking at this thing under the sink.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what are you barking at? I'm like, you're barking at yourself. Jason, I open the cupboard under my sink, my kitchen sink.
How many rats?
Not a rat. A fucking bird.
That's awesome.
No, that's bad luck.
That depends on how you react to it. If you act like you're a Disney princess and they're going to make you a dress, positive.
No, what precedes? So I have a kid gate in my kitchen, so Burger can't have walks because he takes night walks and morning walks, and he gets into things. Me and Burger fall over the kid gate. I start yelling like a child. There's a bird in my house. There's a bird in my house.
I think it's great.
No, it's such bad luck.
Everybody in the chat is well on your side. I'm
know.
alone over here.
I know. And then it was perching on my
I feel like I've become
rod.
Aladdin in this moment. Like
It was so gross. It was so scary. You also know I fucking hate birds. It was really
no, actually,
terrifying.
I didn't know that.
I don't like I like that they're free, like, but I don't like birds that are like, hey, let's check out this human.
Did you ever watch the Hitchcock one? Like Snake can just pull up the birds, and I was like, yeah, we have that here. Like, all of a sudden there's like a billion crows here all the time. But now since the pandemic and people aren't out and about as much, it's like they're in larger packs or larger. They're murders. That's what you call a group of crows. So it's a bunch of murders running around our friggin' buildings. But
well, it wasn't.
What happened?
It wasn't a crow. Well, I got the bird out. It was flying into my bedroom and it flew out. So, but and two little.
That sounds like that sounds perfect. It literally found the window and was just like,
no,
see ya.
it had to be opened. Now, two little sandwiches did have my back in a way where I texted her and she was like, "It is bad luck." And so I looked it up because where did this fucking bird come from? It was under a sink. Like where? There's no hole to the wall. Like there's no like connector to outside.
Well, they come in through vents. So is there a vent that goes like the oven vent or something that goes behind there?
Maybe.
Or something?
I don't know. It was unbelievable. And it means often that the owner either is getting bad news, death is coming your way, or it means that you feel trapped.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Hello.
is it death's coming or like? But how event, Jay? Well, this is how. Because when I was a child, it happened to us twice where a bird had built nests because they have those like when it has like I don't know what it's called, but like when the air goes out of your house or whatever, and it's got those flaps. When maybe they break in a flap or something, and then they get in your vent.
Now I will say that
Vents have to go outside.
Jan is in the chat and she is saying that she did try and turn it around. She said that maybe it was a metaphor to release your trapped heart and let your soul take flight. But I will tell you, a bird in the house
that
means
it's like,
something.
oh, you're trapped. All of us have birds in our cupboards then right now because we're all trapped.
No, Jason, you don't have a bird in your cupboard because I had a bird in my cupboard and it's terrifying.
I have a metaphorical bird in my cupboard.
Well, I have a real one and now I have a scratch on my knee. And you know what happens when you have a scratch on your knee and you're 34? Nobody cares. And it's ouchy. It's an ouchie.
This is from falling over your kid's gate?
Yes, with my big dog. I had to protect Burger. And you know who cared?
Wait, did you lift Burger up?
No, me and Burger were like, ooh, a bird. We both were like, ee. And you know who cared about the bird? Not Vic. Slept through the whole thing.
You know what's going to happen is tomorrow you're going to hear like a bunch of them. And you're going to open it up and there's going to be like a little bird bar in there. And they're going to be like, hey, oh, hi. Can you shut that door? Like that vent,
No.
wherever got that last bird in, it means that other birds can get into.
I know. And so now I'm terrified.
And Clara said she would move ASAP.
And that is what Jan said as well. And so then I started looking at houses in the country, unrelated, but I'm sure somehow it's linked. And I found a massive house in the country. Okay, she said, I read if the bird is white, it means dead or death is coming. It wasn't.
I love that you were like skipped over the word portends because you're like, I don't know.
What does portends mean?
It means mean. I
can't take it on anymore. I just can't take anything else on. Yeah. So it wasn't white. It was like a dirty brown, like a what do you call it? A mousy brown, like my hair. It looked like my roots. This was the bird. Maybe I'm the real bird. It's emerging.
So the bird had a few grays in there, is what you're saying.
I don't have grays. I have a false red. Oh, portends is not a typo like I thought. It means a sign. Ooh. Ooey, ooey. Either way, very, very, very scary. And Jameson says there are way more birds in the country, and I agree.
Yeah, but in the
Bye.
country, they're just like their houses are everywhere, and
Their
if,
houses
and that's
are
I think in the
everywhere.
country, if you opened up and they flew out, that's when they would just sing a song and you'd be fine. You'd be like, well, we're in the country.
Exactly. Also, Jan, she was mentioning my vintage strip, and it's coming in, and we're loving it.
Yeah.
So I found this house in the country. It's a massive home. And it has a huge shed in the back that that could be multiple
You could
floors, and I could turn it into a full, studio.
Breaking Bad, yeah, scenario.
Yeah, I could do meth, and by meth I mean maybe a blog.
Morning, peeps. It's the shed lady. Let's go.
Morning, peeps. Morning. Good morning, everyone. So this morning we're making a fresh little batchy of meth. I want to buy my Tesla. You know that. So anyways, I did the math on this house with this massive potential media studio. It would be an hour out of the city with a down payment.
It's not that far.
I know. A down payment. The bank said gave me a rough estimate of 5%, which I know is low, but this is what the bank said.
No, you got to do 20.
That's what everyone's saying. But can I just tell
We
you?
got it because then it skips out. We can talk about that later. That's important stuff.
Yeah. So let's just say 5%, which I know is
Let's
low.
not. Let's say 20. Let's go.
Okay. And you know how much my mortgage would be?
$2,500 a month.
$1,400.
Do it. It's cheaper than rent.
I know. It is like vastly cheaper than my rent.
This is a 30-year mortgage, then.
It's 25 years.
25 years, $1,400. Buy that fucking place.
That's what everyone's saying. Snake King says not bad.
Then you'll just go to the comedy bar when life's back to normal and be like, "Hey, who wants to come record a podcast? It's just up in Barrie."
It's not in Barrie. Can you imagine? I was like, I'm going back to Barrie. Anyways, who wants to come live with me and make content with me in my country house? So much property, Jay. It's like actually insane. So I'll send it to. I'll send it to you. It's wild.
I'll buy it.
No, don't.
Do you know I almost did that once a long time ago because I was just like, before I ever, like, this is so long ago, but I was just looking up properties all over the place, and I found this one place that was a small little broken down place in Winnipeg, and it was 5,000, and I almost called up and just put it on my credit card because I was like, one day that place will be worth something.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like
credit card with like 28% interest, which is also stupid as hell, but I was just like, I could afford it, no problem. I'll buy a house today.
Like
my lunch break.
I'm not in a place to buy a home. Would I love to buy this country home? Yes. Would I ever like make friends in this small town? Like, I don't know. Do I like the idea of having a massive house with this huge studio that would be like work, live? Sure. That's amazing. And massive property. I could put in a hot tub, a pool.
You need to send me that link. I need to discover this place because like 5% down and then $1,400 a month. That place is not an expensive place. Let's do this.
I know.
I'll put it on my credit card. I have more credit than 5,000 now.
I would love to. I love the city so much, but that's what I'm saying is I think this bird has thrown me into a spiral tizzy, and I'm like, do I just need to escape? Like, I don't know. We shall see.
Start a blog, start a winery, make some meth. I think this is happening.
I'll tell you one last thing I did on my weekend, then we'll move to you. We're 13 minutes in. This is all about me. So I don't know if any other freelancers are feeling this way or anyone just in their career with the pandemic and everything that's happened is like you're sort of questioning what you're doing. And so I got in this weird, I think like YouTube and my phone and everything's listening to me. So the videos getting recommended to me on YouTube are just like how to make quick money or whatever. So one of the videos I watched was how this 23-year-old girl makes over $30,000 a month writing a blog.
That's a scam.
No, writing a blog. She makes over $30,000.
I get that, but don't you get that scams all the time? It's like, you want to make $30,000 from your own seat at home? Yeah, okay, great. Cool, man.
And it's a guy like in his basement and like he swears he's shooting on a phone, but you think it's just a collection of drawings. It like doesn't look human.
Ding. Okay, pizza rolls are done. Time out.
I'll be back in 10 minutes. He has like one little stain.
And it's on his cheek.
I love how I pointed to my shirt and you're like, yeah, but it's on his cheek and it's not what you said.
That's how we write a show.
It's so true. Hey, Jay, don't you think this is funny? That's actually hilarious. But you know what I think is better? What I'm about to say. So This woman is making over. So the last time, because I checked one of her current videos, she's making $45,000 a month on her blog.
Well, you just said 30,000. So what's happening here? It sounds like she could buy this home that you were talking about.
This video said make $30,000, and then I went onto her blog because I was like, this simply cannot be. And then she had a recent article, and it breaks down her income. She shows it. It was 45 grand.
Yeah. Oh, but then she's saying after taxes it's 30.
Kayla goes, this is one of my favorite comments. Kayla goes, I know there are people who make money just sending people pictures of their feet or mailing them underwear. Seems easy enough. Totally. OnlyFans is blowing up. I'm not even judging that. Like, go for it.
I do it, but who wants it?
People. Of course. I'm like, if you're feeling empowered and you're feeling in control and you're loving it, get it. Get it. Oh, this is also huge. Kayla says, so many people seem to have renovated a bus into mini homes and living their best life. I also looked at that on YouTube because they keep getting recommended to me and they have millions of views. Someone who's like, I bought this bus and I'm living in it now. We're all just dreaming of drifting away.
It's just slowly turning into Mad Max. Like eventually we'll just be all driving around a desert in home vans.
Oh, yeah.
Yelling at people.
Jameson said, okay, but this is like the same as miraculously getting a hit TikTok video. I think it's all just about advertising. So it's like ads on your blog. And then, but she says the key is not Instagram, not YouTube. The key to finding success with a blog is Pinterest. Anyways, that's what she says. We need to get like an Adam Collier on here, somebody that knows about this, the Adam Collier of this world, and just talk to them about it for a bit. Someone who knows Pinterest or blogging?
Well, or vlog, like whatever, making money this way from the comfort of your own home.
I know. Like, I mean, I don't even know what I would blog about, but there's tons of ways to make money, apparently. You know what I should do? I should try and make money. That's what I'll do. On my YouTube channel, I will be like, this is how they said you can make money. I'm going to try and do it. And see what happens. That. And I'll see what happens. Because I also heard about you can write for medium.com, which is like a article thing.
Yeah.
And this one video, this girl wrote about how much money she made on YouTube, and the article made over like $6,000.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm just going to write about my Peloton. That'll be my niche.
Finally get that sponsorship.
Yeah, they finally send me a free bike, so I have 2 of them.
I think that's great that you should just try them out, and then you'd actually be making money off of vlog. That's you trying to learn how to make money off of vlogs.
Do you think I should do that? Tell me in the chat.
I think you should do that. Okay. I'm chatting with you live.
I'm chatting with you live. Okay, so I'll try and make money. So should I try and make money on a blog? What's the blog about?
The blog is about, can I make money on a blog? Like, it's meta. That's why it's going to be super fun.
Totally. Totally.
Jan thinks it's kind of genius.
Where did she say that?
Yeah.
I'm getting the chat a bit late. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I'll let everyone know on Wednesday. I'll get everything set up. You can follow me. I'll definitely see if I can make money. So I'll start a blog, and then maybe I'll start writing.
The short answer is no, but it's the journey, not the destination. So.
Do you think, okay, how much do you think I'll make?
I think you make $30,000 a week from the comfort of your own home.
I'm going to, Jason. Are you going to read my blogs?
I mean, yeah.
No, you're not. Haley's a blogger, and she says Medium sounds rad. She's going to look into it. I think you should. I was looking into it too.
She thinks you should blog as Gary Busey.
Yeah, Jameson also said, will there be running live links to Busey inspirational quotes? Listen, the baby of Jan and I, Gary Busey, is running. It's amazing. I'm really loving the Gary Busey journey. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to do it. The blog's going to be about how to make money.
Yeah.
What should it be called?
Does this work?
You know what? There's no wrong answers in brainstorming. You know, I told this idea to Danielle, and she told me I was losing my mind. So I'm really glad that this is happening.
But when 2 people get together that have both lost their mind, then they're the sane ones.
Okay, so the point of the blog is me always going, listen, like this money will be going towards a country home. I need to literally get out of here.
I think that is actually awesome that you have a goal to it and be like, I'm buying a country home. This is it. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's kind of like you watch those shows and like a Chopped or something, and one person's like, well, I'm just going to go give it to charity because I work with all these kids at home and I really want to like support. They need like a
Totally.
shuffleboard court. Everybody needs a shuffleboard court, and that's what they need. And then you're like, oh, I hope that guy wins. And the next guy comes on and is like, gonna stack my basement, dude.
What does that even mean? Stack my basement?
I don't know, but that guy, you don't want him to win.
You know what's crazy is I've heard people say that, and I just thought I knew what it meant. I thought it meant fill it with cool stuff.
I'd imagine that's what it means. It's like pimping a ride, except it's like stack my basement.
Tasha says, I think if your blog has the same vibe as your Instagram stories, you're going places.
I think we need to start a show called Stack My Basement.
Dude, you and I hosting Stack My Basement would be the best. Hey, what's up, crew? Today we're talking.
Okay, let's take a look at this basement. Okay, we're unfinished. We're halfway there.
Glenn's got 4 kids and he lives in Oshawa. One thing that's missing from his life is a stacked basement. Welcome
This
to
table from Gibson runs a crisp $16.99, but we're gonna put it in, no problem.
now to
Flip
offset
it around.
to offset the budget. We have found a slightly wet leather chair we found across the street from Glenn's house. We're throwing it in the back corner. It's officially stacked.
Come on, guys, hop in the car. We're gonna drive around and check out some garbage.
Honestly, my dad watches all those shows. I told you for Father's Day when I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Watching shows about bears. It's the best."
Yeah, I think your dad could be our first person on this show, and we could stack his basement.
First of all, it's insulting to think that my dad's basement isn't already stacked.
I know, but like all we're gonna do is add one more thing. We're gonna be like, this is halfway there.
I sent my dad the listing of the house I was looking at, and I was like, "Could you renovate the shed into like a studio for me?" And he was like, "Yeah."
This is really you putting this out into the universe. Then, if you've called your father to be like, "Can you do this?"
No, I didn't call my father to say that. He was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he was eating pierogies, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I was looking at country houses." He was like,
Your guys' house, your freezer must be just stacked with Chimo's pierogies.
I'm kind of concerned with them because it's just kind of always loaded rogue time at the old McGonagall household. My dad's always eating like loaded rogues, loaded nachos. Like he's never like, "Oh, I'm just having a quick little salad."
Locked and loaded, ready to eat. Let's go.
Totally. With my nephew with a terrible haircut. Oh, Haley says for stacked basements, you and I driving around with a dash cam.
We did that one time.
Oh, actually, Jason and I did. You can check it out. I think it's on my YouTube channel, isn't it?
Really? Because that was like 2013 or something like that. It was a while, 2014,
Yeah,
15.
but the internet doesn't die, you know?
No, I just assumed you take videos down eventually. But then I realized, nope, I'm still running around on Venice Beach somewhere.
The original Muscle Beach. Shayla says this pod is stacked. That's nice.
That's nice.
I got a stacked
But
pod.
what we did with the dash cam was like, we were in Los Angeles and we decided to be like,
We're going to find the best
what place
burger.
has the best cheeseburger? And within an hour, we had been to like 4 or 5 fast food joints to try different burgers.
That was a quiet drive home.
I was ready to go one more. I was like,
I
I've
know
never
you
had
were.
White Castle. I'm ready to go.
So we were looking for the best burgers, and then Jason, through the drive-thru, kept ordering other things. Like he ordered
I did order 2
tacos.
tacos at like Jack in the Box, which were fucking
And
terrible.
we were like, Jason, no. Anyways, we'll put that up on the Instagram. You can watch it. But anyways, okay, cool. So I didn't know that I would be coming on the podcast and getting a new business. So we will be starting the blog. So I need a title for the blog.
Does this work?
Do you think that that's a good enough one?
Yep.
Can everyone in the chat tell us, please? I need
It's the best.
I need our MVPs coming in and supporting.
You
Does
got
this
like,
work?
how did this get made? You've got how stuff works. Is there one called like how stuff works?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and make money with all the ways they tell you can make money. Now, the thing is, it's like, I think it takes time.
You should start in the 80s and watch like a Tom Vu video and just be like, how does this guy make money?
What are the different ways? So there's like a blog,
Elizabeth just won the game, by the way.
this dumb blog. Oh, Shauna, how I got stacked. What if they think that's just about boobs or something? Like, I just like.
Well, that's gonna be. Well, no, we got to do stack your basement. Is got to be something for sure.
Oh yeah, totally. It could be like nailed it, but with finances, 1,000%. And what are you laughing at?
So at the end of every episode, you get to go da and show your bank account instead of like 0.
And I just go nailed it.
$3.37. All right, thank you, Pinterest.
Elizabeth, Stack City, bitch. I love all these names. Stack those coins.
We got it.
Got it. Well, I'm going to start it because I just like YouTube is filled with this stuff and people like saying, hey, start a YouTube channel. And so I was just like, should I just, as the regular sized human I am, should I just be like, I'm doing it. I'm doing what YouTube is like, what, and am I the only one who watches these videos? Because like I know with like my friends who have jobs, they're like, why are you looking at this? But I can't be the only one looking at these like bloggers saying like, I make $30,000 a month.
No, everybody was.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
I don't like how big your mugs are.
I like to get big. You know what? That was like the one thing when we moved. I had this killer mug, and it broke in the move. And I was like, and it was like it was a cauldron. Like it was huge. I loved it.
I'll try and find you another one. Shayla has a great name. Stacy Makes Bank.
That's great. Jameson has just offered his basement up. So,
Jameson, do you have a basement? I don't think you do.
Yeah, on top of Jameson, you're living a sick life, buddy.
Yeah, you got a basement? Oh, sorry, Jameson, you're in every film and television show ever made, and you have a fucking basement? What are you, a prince?
No, but that's how that works, though, right? Like, if you're working, then you get money.
If you're working, you get money? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, cool. So you get to do all the work and get the money?
Jameson, if you for people in the chat who don't know it, I don't want to blow up his spot, but like literally Jameson is in so much.
Yeah, killing it.
Killing it. He's not like me. He's not on that path of just selling yogurt and khaki pants. Like he's on set, you know? On set.
My yogurt commercial that you'll never see. It never went to air. Too racy.
You and I should write commercials. They'd be dope.
I used to.
I know, but you need like a co-writer.
When I so I can go, oh, it's on the shirt, and you're like, yeah, that's great. Right here on the face.
Jameson says you are too kind. I don't think I am. I think IMDb cannot tell a lie if I'm wrong.
I did used to write commercials, and like what I think is funny and all that, and how I would write. So I walked into a place, like not kicked in the door. I was invited or whatever, but like, my first ideas were all like these very grand ideas. The commercials I still think are hilarious, but they're like, there's no way we could put this on air.
Yeah, that's the
We're
problem.
selling Leon's couches, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
See, this is why you need me.
This is hilarious.
Because then I come in and go, listen, we're all gonna laugh at Jason. He's really fun. But then when he goes to get a sandwich for lunch, we'll figure out what's really gonna happen. That's the partnership. Also, people are watching Working Moms.
Getting love.
Adam Colley's getting some love. Working Moms is great. There's so many fun pals that write for it, been on it. Casual Friday wrote for Working Moms.
Yep. I don't know if he was ever on it, but he was
definitely wrote it. Yeah. Maybe in one of my blog posts I'll bring on Adam Colley.
Hell yeah. I was talking to him all weekend.
Okay, that doesn't help my blog.
I'm just dropping names. I gotta have something in my life.
What was your weekend like? Because is it going to involve you starting a new series on your YouTubes and your blogging?
Almost. There's a show out now. I'm not recommending the show.
Okay.
But it's on Netflix called The Floor is Lava.
Oh my God. I saw that and I thought of you and I was like, you and I have to go on that show. I watched it this weekend.
Oh, we would not make it to the end of that.
No, but it would be so fun if we were on it. First of all, how often have you played The Floor is Lava? Some
as a kid, all the time.
isn't it fucking
And as of
crazy?
the weekend, it's all we do.
Oh, because you let Charlie watch The Floor is Lava.
Do you think I turned that on for me? I turned. Charlie wanted to watch The Floor is
Dude,
Lava.
have you been watching The Beast?
The Beast?
The Beast is like the Ninja Warrior contest thing. It's like,
Oh,
dude, The Beast is what's up.
well, I'll watch that.
There's a new Gladiator show coming out too. I think it's called like Ultimate Tag or something.
I watched Ultimate Tag. It's very bad.
Oh, boo.
It's just they were just trying to find a place to put these people that are like, oh, cool, parkour was a thing for a second. So like now it's like, where do these guys go? And they're like, we'll build a show for you called Ultimate Tag, just so you can watch regular people try to run away around obstacles as these
Jason,
professional parkour people run after them and jump over.
This is
them.
what's going to happen if we don't start elevating our small business. We're going to age out of the parkour business. We're currently
No, it's timeless.
Parkour is freaking cool as hell, but you can't put all your eggs in the parkour basket. You can't.
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm saying that as someone who sells yogurt. So does Jason. We've put all of our eggs.
You'll never see my yogurt commercial.
Exactly. We've put all the eggs in the yogurt basket.
I shot 4 of them.
I know you
5
did.
of them.
It's a sad phone call when you're like, they're not airing them. And I was like, no, really?
Yeah.
You know what we also gave up on? Is our
Lots.
yeah. And is our group memoir book where you write about me and I write about you.
Oh yeah, we retell each other's lives.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Maybe that's the blog that makes 30,000.
Problem is whenever we hang out, we come up with an idea to do.
Yeah.
And so there's always 18 ideas to do
I know.
at one time.
I know.
We're like, great, this is what we're gonna do next.
But do you have any
And then-
hobbies? Do you ever find that like what are your hobbies?
Right now, gardening.
No, but that's great. That's so nice.
They're all the plants are not long for this world.
I think that's why I don't like planting flowers because I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. In
Don't give them a
2
name.
days.
Just don't give them a name.
Exactly. Oh my god. Well, that's great. I don't think I have like a hobby. Like I don't think skincare and Vanderpump Rules can be a hobby.
No, our lives are hobbies. That's what we do. We look how people get into like this improv and sketch world and take it so seriously. I'm like, I lived off a hobby for a long time.
I know.
It's a hobby.
Well, now you guys can check out StaceyMakesBank.com, which kind of sounds like a porn site.
I don't know. Sarah's figured out all my hobbies. Dunking basketballs, wearing mittens to a store, and self haircuts. Killing it. And now add gardening. Someone had sent me at the beginning, a friend of ours sent us these seeds and we're like, during quarantine, here's something you can do is like plant things. So I went out and got planters and I started planting these things.
Yeah.
And then I realized the seeds that they sent, I was like, oh, cool. They gave us one that was a pumpkin. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you were telling us about that.
Little baby. I did. I already told you.
Yeah, and the little baby pumpkin's in a really small pot. So you have to like repot it.
I have to repot it, but I online it says it needs 160 square feet of soil, which is like
give up on
it. It basically needs your entire shed to grow one pumpkin.
Yeah, who cares?
So I'm like, this is not going to happen.
For a pumpkin, who cares?
These pumpkins grow literally to the size of a carriage. Like I said, like if I saw pictures of it, this farmer is standing next to a pumpkin like this, like it's his son going off to college. He's just like, it's done.
No, my whole family's left, but I got my big pumpkin.
You got Big Macs.
No. I've never been impressed by that. Like maybe I was just a pessimistic kid. I mean, not maybe, I know I was, but like when everyone would be like, look at the Big Apple, I was like, who cares? Or like, look at this big nickel. I was like, are we going to McDonald's?
Yeah, you better get bigger to impress me. Like,
I don't care. What it's like, ooh, the CN Tower's the tallest building. I was like, and what? When are we getting lunch?
Yeah. Oh, you can't go to the top? Okay. Cool. Here's the coolest sandwich. You can't eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Totally. Can you imagine?
Elizabeth wrote Big Nickel what? That actually exists.
The Big
I
Nickel
guess
exists.
Elizabeth is not from Ontario,
It's
where
in
it's
Sudbury,
like
isn't it?
Sudbury's a bit. Yeah, it is Sudbury. Big Nickel, and people go crazy, and I'm like, isn't it just like off the side of the road? You just drive by, and like, there's that Big Nickel.
People go crazy for this Big Nickel, and let me tell you, no thanks. Let me tell you, no thanks.
It's a nickel.
It's a nickel. I drove past
Yes.
it.
Is it the size of a house?
Sure.
Almost.
You know what you could have built with instead of that nickel? A house. You could have built a.
And it'd be worth more than 5 cents.
Yeah. You know what I would rather go check out? A cool place that sells awesome fries. I'd rather stop and get in line for some sick fucking fries than look at a big ass nickel. Who cares?
Your family got in the car, went to like this nickel in Sudbury, but you were
Weber's.
more stoked about when you pulled over and like got
Weber's.
fries at McDonald's.
No, because you would go to Weber's and you would park and then you'd have to go up the
Oh, Weber's.
stairs and over
Yeah,
the
I know
highway.
Weber's.
And honestly, the first time I went to Weber's, I went, big whoop. But then I quickly realized, don't ever turn down free fries.
And Sudbury, did we just boost your tourism by one person? Because
You
is
keep-
Elizabeth looking this up right now?
you
Yes.
keep-
So thank us later.
You keep saying summary.
Sudbury.
There you go. Yeah,
Did I say
Google it.
summary?
Yeah, multiple times. Jameson said wait in line for 12 hours. For Weber's or the nickel? I bet you the nickel.
No, you don't wait in line for the nickel. Do you just drive by and go, there it is?
I think some
It's like Niagara Falls.
I think some people get out. Think about how many camera rolls are filled with family photos near the nickel.
Yeah. And like when you say camera rolls, it's because people still had those like
Sarah, we only have 2 of these left. 2 photos left. Put your arm around your brother. 2 left. Remember those? Do you ever remember getting in
oh, it's
trouble?
done.
As a kid, I used to like just take a bunch of photos with those cameras, and my mom would be like, "Who took these? So this is out now. There's no memories." When you had a certain number. Yeah.
There's still like people to find it. Like we found them when we moved. I
Oh,
found like a roll of film
Sarah-
that was undeveloped.
Sarah in the chat just goes triggered because I kept yelling at Sarah. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Did you develop the film?
No, I think I threw it out.
Oh my God, Jason.
I know. But also I was like, where do you go to get film developed anymore? Like
Tons
I'm
of
sure you can go to
places.
like a Costco or something, but I was like, too
Walmart.
much.
Oh.
Out of my hands.
Out of my Maybe that's the title of my blog. Out of my hands.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I never really cared for that. I remember when I went to
Crystal said she loves the disposable. Does that mean you still use them?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Can I tell you?
great. I know that, but I remember when Polaroids came back like 10 years ago and people were like, Polaroids.
No, but disposable cameras are back, and it's a huge thing on Instagram, or it was for a while, where like young people would buy disposable cameras and take, like shittier photos, and then make an Instagram of those photos. Does that make sense? Like they would take photos.
100% makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry, from my laughing, I have mascara. That was a huge
What's
thing.
the fucking coolest thing we could bring back from our childhood?
What's the fucking coolest thing? Well, I won't waste anyone's time, but obviously Moon Shoes has to be on the list.
Right, of course.
What's
I
the
saw
coolest-
some the other day, by the way, on
Sorry.
TV.
You saw a commercial?
Yeah. No,
what's
it
the cool
was
thing?
literally what happened to you. So Charlie's really taken to America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, we
Like that's one of his favorite shows now.
Yeah.
And there was a girl that got moon shoes for Christmas and jumped into a Christmas tree, and I was like, Jesus,
That's me.
I should watch it back and see who that person is.
I think it was probably me. That's probably how instead of a blog, my dad's just like sending in videos of me just making some cash. Okay, what would I bring back from my childhood? This is a great
Yeah, I
question.
said it. I have zero answers to this.
We're going to find out when we host Stack My Basement.
Like, would you be the guy that pulls out? Like Nigel could pull this off. He could bring out his boombox and a cassette tape and put it up at a party, and you'd be like, "Fuck, where did that guy get that?"
Oh,
fucking
Nigel,
cassette tape
because
from?"
Nigel's the fucking coolest person that we've ever known.
Yeah,
We're not cool.
and I know people are bringing back like like the original Nintendo is back, but like instead of a cartridge, it's a cartridge with every game they ever
Do
had
you know
on
what
it
we
and
should?
stuff.
You know what our show should be? Our HGTV show is that we go into homes and the show's called "It's Not That Bad," and we just tell people what's like not that bad in their house.
We convince them that these interior designers are coming in to change it, and we just get in there like, pretty good, man.
I actually think it's pretty good. Like, it's actually not the worst.
It's just that you and I need a place to stay for a week, so we just
It's the simple life, but we actually need a place to stay.
we don't tell them. We're just like, okay, you stay upstairs. We got your basement for 1 week, and when you come down after a week, it's gonna
No,
be
I don't want to live in. I can't.
in a stacked basement.
You know, even as a kid, I like didn't like sleepovers. I was just like, when do I get to go home and like take my pants off and eat some chips? You know,
You're the dad from the Goldbergs, yeah,
is that what he does?
yeah.
What do you mean?
He walks in the front door. He takes his pants off. He sits down on his recliner.
Yeah. There's just like, there's nothing better than just like being alone and getting to eat the way you want. Not that I like change that, but you know what I mean? Like, you can just eat and watch your YouTube videos about, revenue streams. And it's nice.
If anybody's curious too, Haley's trying to flip a Sega, so 80
Whoa.
built-in games. And
Haley, get
Lightbright
it.
has been thrown out twice. So
Oh, light bright, but it's a full wall. That's what people would like. Huh. I did see I am preparing for a cottage getaway in 2 weeks. So thank
cool.
you. I saw a very large Jenga game. It's like the height.
Oh yeah, like they look like they're 2x4s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
that's
look
pretty fun.
sick. I know. I need to get a hobby, and Audrey's trying to teach me or get me into embroidery, so that might be something I do. But
Well, you're painting exotic paint by numbers, and you've painted a hair curl, so like you're pretty much there.
I painted a hair curl.
You're fine. You showed us a snail last time. It was like
That's from years ago.
Yep, you did it.
Oh my god! Everyone's
What's Voodoo Lion referring to? I missed that part.
what's Voodoo
Oh, it should
Lion?
be a Velcro wall that you could smash into to change colors. That's pretty fun.
I love this podcast for things like what is Voodoo Lion referencing?
Look, when Voodoo Lion and Snake King get into a chat, this is going to be everyone is going to turn their attention from us to that conversation because that's going to be where we figure out the meaning of life.
Voodoo Lion and Snake King. I love it. Oh, she says that Haley says that her PlayStation will not work on high def TVs. You have to use a smaller model. That's fine.
Oh,
That's okay. Get into it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh god, that made me laugh so hard. Anyways, I don't know what I would bring back from my childhood. I don't know I don't think if I've enjoyed something in my childhood, I don't know if I haven't brought it to my adult life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, because we're all hoarders of like memories a little bit.
No,
in our
not
lives.
us. We can't remember anything.
Oh, I don't remember that. I'm not keeping memories. If I do, they're like in a stacked basement somewhere. But like, we kind of do hold on. Maybe this is every generation, but you hold on to things from your childhood for sure.
This is unrelated, but I am shocked that at this point you and I are not hosting like a Great British Bake Off or something. You and I just
Yeah.
being like, this is great. Voodoo Line says me and Snake are a tag team forever. Elizabeth says, I don't know what I'm gonna bring back, but I got a whole lot I'd like to give back. I mean, hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she did a hang loose.
Mahalo.
There's a lot of stuff I don't remember. Cool.
Goodbye. Is there anything that you would take back, do you think? If you think
Take back? Like give back?
Yeah, from your childhood.
No, I was pretty stoked.
I thought you were going to say stacked, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a sick callback. Can I tell you something? I thought I was being really cool and doing like, I misread a Facebook message from a friend, and I was
Yeah.
and I thought I was doing a major callback to like something they had said, and I thought I was being really profound. Like I thought, like I'm being honest, like I just was like, I am so like this is so good. This is gonna be so helpful. And I misread it
This
completely.
sounds like Coachella, Stacey.
What do you mean?
You're just like, this is so perfect.
I love that me just having confidence in myself means I'm at a music festival.
No, it's you having an epiphany
Oh,
that
yeah.
you've also like found out very quickly didn't mean anything or didn't mean what you thought it was.
What I'm about to do is much like Weezer with the Pink album, and it's like never to be repeated. Was it the Pink album that was popular with Weezer?
Yes. I don't know.
Aren't you
The
a
Blue album, maybe?
Wasn't it the Pink album?
Yeah, probably. That's
that
when that
Pinkerton?
had Pinkerton and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Did the Pink album have Pinkerton? Or are we just putting that together?
Did the Pink album have Pinkerton?
Was there a Pink album or was it just the Blue album? And the Blue album had Pinkerton. It is. See, Tasha said it is the Blue album.
This is why I couldn't get laid in high school. Like I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even get my shit together to figure out Weezer. That was my revenue stream in high school.
Cool emoticon shirt. It's Nirvana. Okay.
Tasha says there's no Pink album.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's Pinkerton and it's a Blue album.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Pinkerton was on Pinkerton.
So kind of there's a Pink album.
Yeah, okay. I'm wondering if he's
Brian Bell, still a fox.
Pink's got plenty albums. Like Pink the artist. I love Pink.
Yeah.
Pinkerton is a great album, I've been told. I'm sure I like a lot of songs from it, but I wouldn't be able to I'm just like, I really like music. I don't
We
want
really fell into a Weezer hole today.
Maybe that's do you think that's what my blog should be called, is Weezer Hole?
That laugh means yes.
But then it's so funny because it's like, oh, Elizabeth just says this pod is breaking down. Oh no, we started.
Yeah, it's that's the same as like your friend the other day being like, I think you're spiraling. We've been breaking down since this started.
I just think it's so funny that that we started talking about me, you know, starting a new business, buying a home, and now we're going, what's Weezer? Is Weezer saying what album is Weezer? Anyways.
Pink, blue.
I don't
Memories.
know. Who knows? I just feel like I'm behind the seat. Like I'm behind too many seasons on music. Like I love music, but like I have no information on it. Like when I hear people talk about like the history of music or what's going on or the artists to know, like it's such a valuable thing to be aware of. And I'm just like, what? Where do I find it on Spotify?
It's also funny that you called it seasons.
No, but you know what I mean?
Behind
Like no, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
it's like
There's like these generational waves that come through of like, here's these group of artists, and like, yeah, okay.
and like I didn't have the internet forever, and then I wasn't so, you know, then on Napster you had to like know the artist unless you figured out how to like peruse. So you'd have to be like Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like Spotify has definitely given me some gifts that
Yeah.
that Napster would not, because you're like, you had to like search for something, but it wasn't like, here's some other recommended for you. And now like with Spotify, I'm like, cool, man. I've got some few new faves.
Says the two oldest people on the internet. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's music. Yeah, exactly.
Jameson said the people, the band Weezer, kind of a-holes. Not surprised.
They hired brutes for what?
Yeah.
Like just to walk around with them and be like, get out of here.
No, that was me. That was my first job. Get away from them. I don't trust you.
Having 8-year-old Stacey as your bodyguard actually is pretty good.
You know, it's really funny that we joke about like this little boy voice that I do, because it actually is my own voice, and it comes up when I kind of get upset a bit, or if I just like think someone's a pant load or something and I'm just over it. I do end up sounding like a young boy. And I think that's why no one takes me seriously. When I'm like, you know what? I actually think that is pretty shit. Sounds like I'm a teen. Like,
So now you just got to change it around so when you get very excited, you can use the same voice.
what do you mean? Oh, sick. Have you guys seen how big that pool is?
There's a 3-story roof right beside. Dude, I think I can make that gap.
Hey, ma'am from Remax, I'd like to buy a house in the country, please. Very excited to turn that studio, that back shed, into my own personal content studio. It's like, who's
Put a
this?
diving board on the roof and we're good to go.
Oh man, I can't wait to just fill this cabinet full of chips and candies.
That's what I want to bring back from my childhood. Those days.
Honestly, what I think I'm searching for in my mid-30s is just stability. Someone I can really trust and grow life with.
Oh no, we've hit a point that's too real, guys. Too real.
Aren't we all looking for stability? That's why you guys should follow my blog. I'm going to teach you if you really can make money.
Oh my God.
What happens if I do make money? You're not going to want to cut, are you?
For what?
The amount of money I'm going to make.
No, why? But it's like, oh, Stacey's making money now. Give me some of that.
How would you feel if my blog took off and I started making over $30,000 a month?
I'd feel great.
You would just feel great? You wouldn't be jealous in any capacity?
Jealousy is a terrible, terrible emotion. Avoid it.
You feel it constantly.
Jealousy?
You don't think you feel jealousy?
I feel anxious and frustrated and terrible.
Oh, wow. We are going to places we can't take back.
But no, it's funny because we've brought this up before. Like, we work in a business where like your business becomes your friends, but every day you walk into a job, like an audition, which is basically a job interview. And I'm so happy when any one of my friends books that job.
No, I agree. But I just think if you and I were talking and you were like, I'm going to start that blog, and then you started a blog and made tons of money, I'd be like, give me some. Buy me a house.
No, I'd be very happy for you. I'd be like, great. You deserve that money.
That's really nice. I can't wait to take every penny.
You need it. I don't know why I would be lay claim to any of that money.
I don't know. I just assumed it would be a business venture within our small business, but
Well, it's going to be. And then I'm coming after that money.
Well, you're going to have to drive an hour out of the city and come to my content studio.
Oh, this is so great. Jameson said he'd bring back gold nugget gum, and you're not wrong. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it was a little sack like you were living in 1862, and it was like
Chewing
you open it up and
tobacco.
all these gold nuggets.
Yeah.
I thought of that the other day. I was like, my friend at one point, we drove out, I can't even remember where, but I was hanging out. You know, like when you're a kid and you're like, you go out with another family and it feels weird because you're on their journey and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to this place. We always
Uh-huh.
go there. And you're like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah. What a weird place for this full fucking family to go.
We went to this place. I can't remember where it was, but the reason why I remember this in particular was they're like, oh, we're going to get our favorite candy and you can only get it at this place. And I was like, cool, I can't wait. And it's called a sherbet fountain. And then I got it. I was like, this is shit, dude.
Can I tell you, anytime you tell me or I think about us as children, like in the stories we tell, I don't imagine us young. I imagine us this current age, just in that memory.
Yeah.
Like you being like in your 40s in this family's car being like, fucking weird family dynamic, but I guess we're going
Just
with
hanging
it.
out with my friend Darren. Cool, dude. No, I love the comics, but this sherbet fountain, dude, you're wrong.
I hate it when you're with that family or you're with a family and they're like, isn't this great? And you're like, yeah. And then you get home and you're like, you fucking won't believe what they do. We all had to like hug each other and like take a photo near this huge fucking nickel. It made no sense.
I knew you were going to say that because, again, Stacey's family is the Connors. So it was just like, you get home and you're like, What the fuck? They like told each other they loved them every time they left the table.
I
Be
almost,
back in a minute. Love you.
I
The
almost,
fuck is wrong with these people?
I vividly remember almost getting grounded because one of the parents gave me a multivitamin and my mom thought it was a slight. Like she didn't care about us or something. I was like, everyone was getting a multivitamin, so I got one too. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, okay.
And then she goes over there. You give my kids fucking vitamins?
Yeah.
Like it's a teacher giving. What are those like? Oh, I don't even know what those pills are called. Because teachers are allowed to give kids some sort of pill now, right?
What?
I'm lost because I don't remember the names of things. But like I thought that kids now are like, there was a point where there was like teachers are allowed to give them this drug that they think, oh, they're ADHD or something. They're flying around like crazy, so we just give them this pill.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I had a dream.
I think if a teacher can't give you like a high five, then they also can't diagnose you and give you any medication. Jameson,
I thought there was something at one point.
Jameson says Gold Nugget gum reminds him of Big League Chew, which is what I was thinking of. And he said it was invented by a former baseball teammate of Kurt Russell. And Kurt Russell is a yumyum.ca. I'll tell you that. I love me some Kurt Russell. He's aged into a man I need to marry.
Well, it's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, right? Like,
yeah, I love Kurt Russell. He's delicious.
Yeah, and then who's their daughter? Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, yeah.
From Almost Famous. Anyways, yeah, these things are all true.
The information you're giving us sounds like you're slowly falling off a hill. Like Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn, Almost Famous.
3 feet in a meter.
We've officially lost our minds. Sorry, my IQ's watering. I've been using. Sorry, it's just a mess. No, I love Kurt Russell so much. I saw a photo of him recently, and I was like, "Ooh!" I had to like stop and appreciate him and Jeff Bridges.
I didn't hear what you said you've been using, so to me it was like, geez, my eye keeps watering. I've just been using depression.
I don't know. Okay, it says we're reconnecting. Oh, geez. Everyone listening now in the podcast.
I think we're back. I think we're back.
So weird. I hope we are.
Look.
I'm going to say, are we back?
Snake King says we're connected.
Are we back? Oh, great. We're back.
We froze for a sec. So tell me this, Voodoo Line. What is Not Penny's boat? I want to know. And I'm going to be like, for sure. Oh no, Shauna had a loop of me laughing.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, that's really nice. That's such a nice little gift. I don't know what happened. I mean, we're about to end anyway, so that's maybe like the sexuality of Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell just kicked us off the internet.
Yeah.
You don't think they're sexy men?
When did I say that?
Also, not to bring it all back, but Jameson, weren't you in a movie with Kurt Russell? Because if so, tell me what he smelled like. He said too hot to talk about. Yeah. Attractive couples. I just thought you'd have more to say about Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell, Jay, but
Jeff Bridges is great, man. Like Jeff Bridges, I don't know, like they're both
fine. This is why you can't have
but it's great because they're not like they're not the Patrick Swayzes of the world. They're not like that people that are like, oh, the classic or whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Gorgeous. You think Jeff Bridges beside Patrick Swayze?
Yes, Jeff Bridges every day. Every day.
I'm saying that's great. I agree with you, but it's like not the classic. You wouldn't be like, oh, there's a.
You're nuts.
I don't know. If you were going to do the Chip and Dale sketch and you had Jeff Bridges beside Chris Farley, you'd be like, I don't know why we're doing this.
I'm saying Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges have a raw sexuality of like a lumberjack man. That's like smells like patchouli, is like building shelves, is like wearing, who has like a tool shed, who has like, you know, had made his own kitchen by his own hands. Where Patrick Swayze,
apparently he smells like candy canes. So yes.
But he was playing Santa in the movie, so.
So that's just his method. He's like, I'll just rub candy canes all over myself and then I'm ready to go.
I think Jameson was giving us a ha ha he he moment, and I think we all jumped on board except for you.
Wait up. Nah,
Were you guys laughing? What is it about?
I'm okay here,
I'm
actually.
okay.
This place is all
You know, I'll
right.
get an Uber.
Gold nuggets.
You just start falling back. Kate Hudson, her mom is holding on. Lost our minds. I would happily talk about Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges for all of eternity. Do you know who I think is a modern day Jeff Bridges, a Kurt Russell? Chris Pine.
Okay. I thought you were going to go some more like stonery sort of way, because Jeff Bridges will
Yeah.
mostly be known as the Big Lebowski, I think, for the most part.
I mean, I guess. I mean, no, what about like, I have to think of all the recent movies where he's like a cowboy.
Yeah, he's great. But like he is
I
the
think-
Big Lebowski. Like
I
he's
think-
the dude, right? Like
I think Chris Pine, and tell me in the chat if you think I'm crazy. I don't think I am.
like a Timothy Oliphant, or like
What?
what's that guy's name? Oh my God.
What?
I'm trying to remember some guy's name. Because I think I have my example of the modern
Hell
day
or
one.
High Water. Yes, with Ben Foster.
Hmm.
Can we even? Ben Foster, Chris Pine. Ooh! I believe they're short men, which is fine
Hmm.
for some. And they're all wonderful. I love Ben Foster. I love Chris Pine.
Which also has Jeff Bridges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. It's a good movie. I like it.
I don't think I've ever seen it, so now that's this week's homework for me. Hell or
Yeah.
High Water.
Can I also just give a little shout out because we're near the end of the pod, and I want to give a shout out to my new favorite YouTuber, and she's 23 and very young, but I think she's so funny and like so smart, and actually has videos that like make you feel good about yourself. I know this is a huge transition, but I really wanted to bring it up.
I'm in.
Okay. So her name is Kelly Stamps, Stamps,
Mhm.
and her YouTube channel is Kelly Stamps, and she is so funny and great, and like she talks a lot about like starting a YouTube channel and how you can make money on it. So obviously I'm going to have to do that with my new blog and career, but she is so funny and interesting and relatable, and I just think so great. Like she has this video that I watched called like how I stay unbothered. She's the best. Are you laughing at the thumbnails?
I'm just watching one in silence, and yeah.
She's so funny, and she has such a dry sense of humor and wit, and she's incredibly smart, and gives really great like life tips, and is also funny, and I just think it's like such a worthy subscribe. She's so good.
Her last video from 3 days ago, it's there's text in the video. It says, "I got rid of everything, including my feelings," and then the title for it is "Minimalism Cured My Depression."
Yeah, she's turning into a minimalist, and I am obsessed with her, and I think she's so great, and she's young, but I still find it so relatable and I'm 34. So I just wanted to bring that recommendation to the pod.
Love it. Kelly Stamps.
Kelly Stamps. She's the
Looks funny
freaking-
as fuck.
Yeah, she's so freaking funny.
Great.
Yeah, I'm into it. All right, well, everyone, guess what? I'm going to start my blog. I'll give you an update on Wednesday.
You got
about-
like 8 businesses that started today, so we got to figure them out.
So I have my blog, my YouTube.
Stacked Basements.
My YouTube channel, Stacked Basement. Obviously, if you're a network exec.
Nailed it. The money making version.
Should that be what the blog is called? Nailed it, but the money-making version?
Maybe.
Send me, I know we got a lot of...
Don't forget a Weezer hole.
Yeah, don't forget Weezer Hole. I won't. Stacked one. Yeah, if you have any...
I feel like this is the day. By the way, this is the day. It's like, you know how Bill and Ted were like, apparently their music saved the world. Like that's what the story's about. In the future, your music's going to save the world. This is the impetus of Voodoo Line and Snake King coming together to form a duo that will literally save this world.
Yeah, it's an unstoppable duo.
It's happening.
Haley,
We did it.
Haley reads Gary V once. Okay, Shauna is recommending the blog is called
Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah, maybe I'll call it Stacks on Stacks on Stacks.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you do think of any blog titles, I really am going to start a blog. I will show you every step of the way if I'm making money and Stacky. Okay, I know we're about to end the podcast, but just a quick story. So growing up, like some people just like couldn't say my name, which is like Stacy's so easy. But I remember one of my I think it was like either I was mumbling my name all the time. So when people will go, "What's your name?" I'd say Stacy, and they would say Cece or whatever. And in university, the big acting teacher in like fourth year that you like prayed would like ever like you, he asked me what my name was, and he called me Stacky, and I never corrected him. And it's just. I was mortified where he's like, everyone's so stacky, and everyone was laughing at me.
And then at the end, he pulls you aside and goes, I don't know what it is, but obviously you've got some sort of rare talent here. You should really get into comedy. People really laugh when you get up there.
No, he actually said that I had the amount of skill as a sitcom actress, and then I went amazing, and he was like, if you want to do
that's
that,
not, yeah, that's not, that sort of thing. To them, that is not a compliment.
Yeah, and then he proceeded to cast me as the young page boys in every Shakespeare play.
And you would just do your voice.
Yeah. Good morrow, Othello. What's up, Lady Macbeth? Why't his hands covered in blood?
I'm Nick Bottom. We're out.
Romeo, Romeo, where is there Juliet? I hear she is thou perished due to her own hand.
Maybe that's our next project, writing a Shakespeare thing by teens.
Actually, we should write Shakespeare plays based on the teens in the Shakespeare plays. Like, where did they go after they were like, oh, I saw Lady Macbeth. She was going to the river.
Aren't they all dead?
The teens?
Yeah. Don't they all die by the end? Like Romeo and Juliet's just like, well, we're going to murder ourselves.
Yeah, but what happened to the cousins and stuff that was like, hey, where's Romeo? And then the scene carries on. Like, what happened to them?
But they're also like pretty traumatized because my cousin murdered himself in a church.
Like, imagine you and I are the cousins, and I'm like, dude, did you freaking hear about our cousin, dude? Him and Juliet, they're freaking toasty toast.
Yeah.
So many revenue streams. That's what I'm going to call this podcast today. So many revenue streams.
Stacked revenue streams.
Stacked revenue streams. Can't wait. You're all the best. Thank you for making our days just the most wonderful. We will see you all on Wednesday, 12:30. We will be here chatting and doing our thing. I'll update you on my revenue streams. Jason, do you have anything to say?
We might have a guest on Wednesday.
Yes.
They haven't confirmed yet. So hopefully we'll have a friend of the pod back. And we'll see. Well, you guys will see when you show up on Wednesday.
Everyone have the best day. Have the best Tuesday. We will see you all on Wednesday. And bye.
Bye.